current government's policies haven't done anything to stimulate the economy.
I think that we're going definitely towards the right direction. It should be interesting to see what Obama does over the next 4 years if he gets elected.
We're definitely recovering, but not as quickly as I would like it to be, or I think what the general American public would want it to be.
As the 2012 presidential election heats up between President Barack Obama and his challenger Mitt Romney, so does the debate going on at college campuses nationwide. And the University of Maryland, conveniently located less than 10 miles from the White House, is certainly no exception. Students here stand firmly by their political convictions, and these are the issues that are on their minds.
Well, it's hard to evaluate how effective the bailouts, as well as the large TARP legislation, has been. There's a lot of factors that go into that as well. And you can't just figure if something is going well in such a short amount of time. It's been only a couple years.
I think that the bailouts were definitely effective and necessary. I understand the Republican standpoint of raising the debt ceiling and raising the debt in that sense, but I think that if we had not supported the bailouts and we had not helped the auto companies from going under, I think that we would be in a much, much worse situation right now.
As far as capitalism goes, yeah, the products that people want will ultimately be bought, and the products that people don't want will not be bought. So for the government, a government entity to subsidize a business in the private sector, I don't think that's exactly right or the exact way it should have gone about.
But while this election is supposed to be all about jobs and the economy, divisive social issues have crept their way into campaign politics as well. North Carolina's recently passed Amendment 1 and the Obama administration's stance on same-sex marriage seem to have had a polarizing effect on young voters here on campus at the University of Maryland.
I think, as far as hitting this base is concerned, it was definitely a necessary move. Going into the 21st century, I think that we are in the right time to support gay marriage.
I do not think it's a winning issue. However, I'm not quite sure if it's going to hurt him in any way.
But I am a libertarian, and I do support the right for people who want to get married. However, I don't think it's an issue of legality. It should be recognized as a contract between two people, just as a marriage contract is. The Bible should have nothing to do with it. If you don't want to get married to another man, don't get married to another man.
But among this flurry of partisan politics on campus, students still manage to find common ground on some fronts. In fact, support for America's 2 wars overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan seems pretty scarce among students, whether they be Democrat, Republican, or anything in between, which makes massive troop withdrawals a cause for celebration across all party platforms.
Moving forward though, those wars have definitely cost us a lot of money and American lives, and so I do believe that it's definitely time to get out of both of those countries. We have a lot more worries right now, such as the